done, huh? All right.
Never.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Lelly along with Dan Vogel from Ohio Valley Sports Online, your Ohio Valley Sports Authority with your October 3rd, 2024 Coaches Show Remote Edition. For this segment, we are speaking with Chance Rucker, the head football coach of the Caldwell Redskins. The Redskins football team, with a record of 3-3, will travel to Barnesville, Ohio, to take on the undefeated Barnesville Shamrocks for their homecoming on Friday night. That game will be streamed live right here on OhioValleySportsOnline.com. You can also watch it on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Coach Rucker, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Oh, it's always an honor. I appreciate it. I love doing these things. It makes my day every time I get the opportunity to do it.
Very good. I'm glad. All right, Coach. Coach, at 3-3, you had sort of an up and down start to the year, but you're coming off of a pretty impressive 34-27 come from behind win over Fort Fry, a Fort Fry team that came into your place at 5-1, whose lone loss, by the way, was to your upcoming opponent. Coach, tell us a little bit about that game.
You know, it all started with preparation. You know, this is a game that's been going on. We've been playing Fort Fry for decades now, and you know, the last decade they've had our number, year in and year out, as close or as far away as the margin has been. We really set on preparation this week or this year against Fort Fry, and you know, it's no secret what they're going to run. They're going to run the wing T, and they've done it very, very well for the last 15 years. So. You know, just to be able to execute it, get the kids to buy into the execution plan. That was one of the main things. But going through the game itself, you know, that's the first time I've seen this football team play for 48 minutes. And that's something super great as a coach to see. And they're going to play in a knockdown, drag out, you know, punch your way out type of game. And the grittiness that your team gains from that and the momentum, I think is going to help us out.
I really love that, Coach. You know, I was, looking at the scoring, and you were down at halftime, and then you come out and score 14 points, and you shut them out in the second half for the win. And Coach, as an old coach myself, and I think I speak for a lot of coaches. I'm wondering, what kind of magic happened in that locker room? What kind of speech did you give them?
It was essentially, the entire first half, it was a bang bang. So, they would score, we would score, we would score, they would score. So it was always a cat and mouse game playing in return. And then in the second half, guys, I said we just have to believe. We're in a tight ball game with a very, very good opponent. Anything can happen. It's just going to take that much more to make sure that our execution is 100%. Make sure we don't have any turnovers. We can't have any mental errors. And we just got to continue to play football in the game that we know and love.
Were there many turnovers in that second half?
Not for us. I don't believe so.
Wing T is a pretty, control the clock kind of offense. So that says a whole lot. And I know you'll be able to get a lot of mileage out of that in the future as far as with your kids, how to successfully overcome adversity.
Oh, absolutely. That's the biggest moving and turning point of this football team is knowing that you could beat a good opponent in tight games. We like to think back in last season when we were in the regional title game, we were down at half and we came back out and won in the last seconds. So, the grittiness is there. The toughness is there. We just got to believe in it for 48 minutes.
That's really exciting. Okay, Coach. So this week, you got the undefeated Barnesville team coming in. Coach, they're feeling pretty good. About being having 32 consecutive regular season 32 regular season game winning streak. Talk to me a little bit about this game coming up and how you see your chances of spoiling their homecoming.
This is just like last week. It's the same this week. It's all been preparation. We we know what they're going to run. They're going to like to run the rock right in between the tackles. They're going to be able to throw the football a little bit. They're super dynamic. They don't make critical errors, so we have to be able to capitalize off of any momentum that we get, any change of momentum in the game, and any opportunity that we're given. We have to be able to capitalize off of it. Whether that's forcing them to punt, we got to be able to go down the field and score, make it a long drive, so on and so forth. But they're very disciplined. But this week in the preparation, man, if we stop the run and force them to pass, it's going to be a great day for the Redskins.
I know, it's that. I know you be telling your kids, they're bringing us in for their homecoming. So there's a lot of under between the lines. You can read into that anytime you go. I remember anytime you go to someone's homecoming, it's kind of a tweak.
Oh yeah. There's always the external motivation in that.
Oh yeah, for sure, Coach. Hey, Coach, we really appreciate you giving us some time here to talk with you. We hope that you and your players enjoy the game tomorrow with your staff, and that all your players come out healthy. Oh yeah, speaking of healthy, Coach, are you 100% this week?
We're not quite to 100%. We're getting back there, closer and closer. At the beginning of the week, we had I think we had 8 on the IR. So
Wow.
throughout this entire week, we've got a couple kids that come back. They were on concussion protocol and stuff like that. So they'll be back in full swing next week. But we still got a couple kids banged up.
Well, Coach, I wish you the best. Enjoyed talking with you and looking forward to seeing the game tomorrow. Again, I wanted everyone to remind everyone that you will be able to watch this game live broadcast right here on HighValleySportsOnline.com. You can also watch it on our Facebook and our YouTube channels. That's High Valley Sports Online, your sports authority for the high school sports in the Ohio Valley. Coach, we'll see you Friday night.
Awesome. I appreciate